I'm Bensette, founder of the Bossy Babe brand, fitness coach, and serial entrepreneur turned intuitive life and business coach. The Wealthy Babe podcast is for the ambitious, courageous, and spiritually charged up woman in network marketing, craving wealth not only in her bank account, but in every aspect of her life. Get plugged in here each week for authentic and unfiltered conversations from myself and industry leaders who are going to support you and give you all the juicy behind the scenes and real talk around business, spirituality, strong points of view, and doing shit differently. This is a safe space to come undone, be heard, and be given permission to rewrite your own damn rules. So here we go. Hello, and welcome to the very first episode of the Wealthy Babe podcast. I am so excited that you're here. I am so honored that you clicked play on this today, you clicked download, and that you are holding space for this episode and for this training and for this part of my heart and just this whole journey that we are walking on together. I will give you a quick heads up to make sure that you go and download all of the episodes that you see available right now, because this is an actual 8-part series and all of these episodes are going to go beautifully together. Everything that we're talking about in these episodes, because it will be a mixture of both myself and interviews with other guests, it is all about receiving abundance and wealth. And that is exactly why we're going to start right here today and talk all about receiving abundance and wealth and being an open channel for this in your life and in your business. So make sure, before I even jump in, before I go any farther, make sure that you go download every single episode and you go and check my show notes so you can download the workbook that is going to go along with this entire series. So then you can actually take action. You can sit down, open it up, and put pen to paper. You can do the work. You can see the shifts. You can actually take action versus just listening and then not really applying. So anyways, you guys, enough of that. I want to jump right in. Today is all about receiving abundance and receiving wealth and being an open channel. So I'm so excited to be talking about this because receiving abundance and wealth is so incredibly important. Being able to be this open channel is so incredibly important when you are running a business, because a lot of the time women are coming to me, especially my clients, especially the women that are in my courses and my programs that I, chat with in my messenger, that I chat with in my inbox, my emails, on my social media, in the comments, in my group, which is called the Boss Babe Club. We'll talk a little bit more about that at the end. The problem that I see these women having and what they're coming to me with is that they have so much passion, right? They're so excited. They are so driven. They are so motivated. There's so much that they want to achieve and accomplish and do for themselves and their families and their life. But for some strange reason, no matter what they do, no matter what company they join, no matter what they try, there's a common denominator problem. They cannot receive the money that they're craving. For some crazy reason, it's as if they're inches away all the time. And it's leaving them to feel really frustrated. It's leaving them to feel really defeated, as if they're a failure, as if something is wrong with them and they're the ones missing the puzzle piece that, is the magic piece to this entire puzzle. And that's not true. It's not true that there is this magic puzzle piece. It's not that there is, one perfect strategy or one blueprint, because every single business is different. Every single journey is different, and it's not going to take the same things for each person, and it's going to look different, and that's totally okay. But on a very deep subconscious level, if you feel like you're doing all the things, maybe you have the strategy, maybe you do feel like you're an open channel, if you feel like you do have the pieces together and there's still something missing, right? You've got that strategy, you're showing up, you're doing all the things, you have the brand, you have the business, you have the posts, right? You're showing up, you have the offers. However, there's just that struggle to receive, right? You're not bringing in the clients, you're not bringing in the customers. So what's going on? What is going on? The first thing that is so incredibly important is that in order for you to receive wealth and for you to receive abundance, you must first believe a couple things. And number one, that is that you are worthy of it. You must believe in order to receive wealth and abundance, right? To receive what that might look like for you. And we're going to go into that a little bit, but you must first believe that you are worthy of it. And second, you must believe that it's already yours. Clients of mine often come to me waiting to arrive before they claim it, right? They don't want to step into this space where they already feel that their success is theirs. They don't want to step into it and own that this is for them and they are worthy of having it and they deserve it in their life. They're waiting for validation. They're waiting for permission. They're waiting for somebody else or something else to finally tell them that they are worthy of receiving the money, that they can charge for their worth, that the success is already theirs. They're waiting for the rank, right? They're waiting for somebody to post on their wall a congratulations about some goal that they hit. They are waiting for all of these things. And I know that because I've walked in these shoes myself. I have been this person and been this woman who was so driven and so motivated behind the scenes in my network marketing company. But for whatever reason, until I hit the goals, the income, the rank, the accomplishment, whatever it was that was next on the list that they were telling me I needed to hit that month, unless I hit that, I didn't feel successful. So what was happening is I was always waiting to arrive somewhere. I was waiting for someone else or something else to give me permission, to give me validation, to tell me that I was good enough, that I deserved to make a lot of money, that I was already abundant, that I had success, that I was successful, that I didn't have to wait for anybody or anything to tell me that I was ready. I could just go out there and share my message and my mission with the world so authentically and so relentlessly. So abundance and wealth are going to look like many different things. And depending on who you are and what it is that you value in your life and what's important to you and what you ultimately want to experience, it's going to look different for you. And so what looks abundant and wealthy for me is not going to necessarily look abundant or wealthy for someone else. So maybe it's a day off the grid with your kids. Maybe it's an uninterrupted date with your spouse. Maybe feeling really abundant and wealthy looks like being able to spend your day on your own time, right? Not having to answer to someone else, having to get to work when someone tells you have to be at work, or having to take a break when they tell you it's okay to take a break, right? Being able to spend your day on your time, taking that freedom back. Maybe it's being able to buy all the really good food and invest in all the experiences that you desire. Maybe it is seeing a flow of money come into your account. Maybe it's laughing with your best friend. Looking towards what abundance and wealth is for you is going to look different, and that is okay. But first and foremost, you have to get really clear about that. You have to understand what abundance and wealth is. You have to understand what that looks like for you, what you value, what's important to you. What if everything else was stripped away? Would you still feel successful? Would you still feel grateful? That you would still feel as if you were abundant? Last year around this time when we lost everything, I really truly felt in that moment like every piece of our puzzle fell apart. I had no idea what our next best step was. And I wasn't sure how I was going to achieve the vision of the woman that I had in my mind. I had her in there. I had her lifestyle in there. I had everything in there. And I was like, how am I going to get to her? And I honestly don't know exactly what switched in my mind or what was that turning point. But there was one moment when I sat there and I realized, even though we might not have everything, even though I might not have all of the healthy food in the fridge that I would love to buy, even though I don't know how we're going to buy supper tonight, even though I don't know how we're going to pay rent at the end of the month, even though I don't have all of these things that I want or that are on my vision board or that I write down or visualize every single day, even though I don't have them in my hands right now, if this is all I ever had, if I had a roof over my head, if I did have some food in my fridge, if I had love from my spouse, from my kitties, if I had love and support from my parents and my family, if I had friends and people present and opportunity to change my present and to change my future, would I be grateful? Would I feel successful? Would I be happy? Would this be enough? And when I looked inward, I was like, yeah, absolutely. If I lost everything right now, even more, or if this is all that I ever had again, and this was it, I had love and I had support and I did have some food in my fridge and I had a roof over my head, would I still feel successful? Would this be enough for me? And I said, yes. So I turned out of this space of lack. I stepped out of this space of scarcity as if what I even had present wasn't enough. This is a problem. This is something that we do so often. We get so focused in on the next goal. We get so focused on that next thing we want to achieve. We get so focused in on what it is that we want to attract into our life next, that we overlook all of the things that we already have, all of the things we've already created. We look past our boyfriends or our husbands. We look past our kids. We look past our animals and our pets. We look past our family, our support system. We look past the money that we do have in the bank. We look past all of our clients. We look past the customers. We look past, being able to go and get healthy food. We look past all of these things and we still say, oh, it's not enough. I'm not successful because I haven't done X, Y, Z. And then we'll do X, Y, Z, right? Because at one point on your list was probably to find the love of your life. On your list at one point probably was to start a family. The one thing on your list at one time probably was to maybe get a kitten or get a puppy and bring, expand your family in that way. Maybe it was to launch a business or was to sign one client. But it's at a certain point that just stopped becoming valuable to you. And then we look around and we're like, it's never enough. Why is it never enough? And so in this space, really, how can the universe provide more? How can the universe give you more of this when what you're already being given, the message that they're hearing is this isn't enough. I'm not grateful for it. So a lot shifted for me when I was able to assess what were my values, what were the things that at the end of the day were all that mattered to me, what were the things that I truly desired and felt, were the most important things in my life. And none of it really came down to money. Sure, money would bring me amazing things and it would help me, but I took money off this pedestal. I took it off this thing. I took money off this pedestal as something that it can't be for me, that it's something that dictates my entire happiness and it dictates my life. And I removed it from taking this power over me. It was as if I was dictating my own happiness and how I felt about myself and how I felt about my life and how I felt about everything around me, how I treated people, how I showed up in the world by a ebb and flow. Money ebbs and flows, just like anything. It's going to come in, it's going to go out. And that is just a natural progression. That's natural. That's energy. Just like you have a good day and a bad day. Everything comes and it goes, and you cannot have the dark without the light. You cannot have the light without the dark. It just goes hand in hand. But for some reason, we put so much weight on it. And money, it's funny because money is really something that only humans have created. This isn't something that the animals have or nature has. It's something that we only have. And we put this weight on it. We put so much pressure on it. And if we don't have it, we are miserable. And what kind of life is that? Where do we go from there? How can we fully feel happy and fulfilled if every time we pay a bill or anytime money goes out that we feel unhappy, we feel miserable, we feel unsuccessful? How are we supposed to step into a space of more abundance? And how are we supposed to step into a space where we feel more successful and we are serving more people if every time money goes out, we close off to receive more, right? We close off because we're not stepping into a space of gratitude. We're not seeing all that we already have. We're not seeing that by sending that money out, we get to also invest in having a roof over our head and food in our fridge, and we're paying debt that, maybe provided us a really beautiful vacation or memories or time with our kids or a way to get to work by paying for your vehicle. There's all these beautiful things that money allows us to do, and we look at it with lack. We look at the things that we have with lack. We don't ever see everything that we have in that present moment and say, wow, I'm so immensely grateful. And if this is all I ever had, I would be so happy right here, right now, forever. So when I was able to look at abundance and wealth differently in my life, a lot of other things shifted. And that's when I noticed myself actually able to receive money. That's when I started to be an open channel essentially to opportunities, to clients, to customers, to receiving money more effortlessly, because I took the pressure off of it to perform. I took the pressure off of it to be something, to dictate my happiness. I was able to show up every single day feeling successful, feeling worthy, knowing that it's already mine, even if I couldn't see it in my bank account, right? I knew it was on the way because I was living my soul purpose. I was here for something bigger and better than that. And of course, the money is incredible. And money, this is what we're talking about. That's why we're here, is how to make more of it, because it helps you show up and serve bigger in the world. However, if you're coming from a space of lack or desperation, right? You're showing up only because you have to make money. You're showing up because if you don't, how are you going to pay the bills? How are you going to put food on the table? How are you going to pay, for your kids to go to dance or to sports or to hockey? How are you going to do the things, right? If that's the only reason why you're showing up, if that's the only reason why you're posting content, if that's the only reason why you're going live or running a program or launching an offer, it's never going to sell. It doesn't sell. It doesn't come across. It does not attract in more of what you do want, because you're not coming from a space of service. It's not coming from a space of abundance. It's coming from a space of lack, and it's coming from a space of fear, and it's coming from a space of desperation. And those are not qualities that more people want in their life. So it naturally is just going to repel people away. So the first step really for you is to sit down, to journal on it, to open up and to see what abundance and wealth looks like for you. And to see if everything else was stripped away, if this is all you had, would you be fulfilled? Would you be happy? Would you still feel successful? Or do you need those things for you to feel significant in this world? Now, here's the thing. Being able to receive abundance and wealth is actually linked to how well you receive love, pleasure, and joy. And this is really, really interesting, because a lot of the time when women are coming to me, and my clients are coming to me, or we're in our sessions, or maybe we're in a consultation before we even start our journey together, they come to me and saying, I self-sabotage a lot, or for some reason, I just can't seem to nail my sales call. I somehow, or for some reason, keep losing the client in my inbox. For some reason, I just can't seem to retain them. For some reason, I always sabotage an opportunity. I don't launch the thing that I want to launch. I don't follow through. I don't do the XYZ, right? They don't do the follow through. And every single time that we dig deeper, what it's coming to is that they have deep-rooted fears and a disconnect to receiving. And that sometimes is love for themselves. It's love for what it is that they do, feeling credible, feeling worthy, feeling as if they are able or worthy or capable to receive pleasure, that it's not a dirty thing to receive pleasure, that it's not something reserved just for other people, that joy doesn't have to go away, that joy is for them. A lot of the time, these women that are coming to me, the women that I help and I serve and I talk to, they truly don't know how to receive. And if we can't receive on a level even outside of money, we're not going to be able to receive money itself. And so it's really actually interesting to see and to talk with these women and be able to work through these fears, to work through these limitations, and to see it for what it is, and to walk through it and say, well, is it true that I'm not worthy of love? Absolutely not, right? We are all worthy of receiving love. Is it true that I shouldn't take care of myself, that joy can't be for me, that I'm not worthy to have pleasure, to enjoy myself? Absolutely not. Right? But these are truths that we get instilled from us from a very young age, right? We might have had one situation in class one time with a teacher, and maybe they just said one sentence and it stuck with us. Or, maybe they were saying that we weren't good enough. Or maybe there was a time when you were in elementary school and you were bullied, and that's a story I can completely relate to. And in that space, you always kind of feel that you're not worthy of love. You're not worthy of other people or attention or acceptance. Sometimes, maybe there was a time when you were played or you were having so much fun and you were just in this childlike state, and someone got really mad at you for it. And from that moment on, you believe that pleasure wasn't for you, that you can't play, you can't have fun, that you just need to work really, really hard. Maybe every time that you felt like you were having joy and you were feeling amazing and you were feeling happy and things were going so well for you, something happened and it went away. And then in that moment, the story that you started to take on was that joy wasn't for you, that you're not meant to experience joy, that happiness always has to go away. And maybe just for you, this isn't in the cards. Maybe happiness isn't in your cards. Maybe abundance isn't in your cards, right? Maybe some of this relates to you. If it does, then I'm glad that, maybe we're opening up some wounds, maybe we're opening up some awareness, and we're going to start healing and opening ourselves up to this receiving. I used to believe a lot of these things myself. It's why I love this topic so much. This is why I love helping women with this. I have had to heal a lot of my stories around this. In past jobs, I'm sure you can relate, but I had to work really, really hard just to get by, whether it was serving or I was managing or I was working in retail. I worked many, many jobs since I was 15. I almost always had 3 jobs at a time, even while I was in university. And what that told me is that I had to be exhausted. I had to work from sun up to almost sun up again. I would spend every morning, I would wake up at like 4 or 5, and then I would be going until about sometimes 2, 3 in the morning of the next night. And I let this go on almost my entire being ever since I was in high school, then into university. And it was exhausting, but for some reason, there was this attention that I got when I worked really hard. There was attention, there was sympathy, there was people that wanted to help me. My parents were just like over the moon and proud of me because I was stretching myself so thin, right? That hard work had such a badge of honor with it. And because of that, I instilled this belief that whether it was working or it was just hustling really hard and filling my schedule up 24/7, that I had to work really, really hard for my money, right? Just to get by, that there wasn't even room for extra, right? I took on this belief in this story, and that dictated a lot of my worth and what I thought that I was capable of receiving. I had to heal the stories around money just coming and going. I had to believe, I used to believe that money would just come and then money would go. I believed that money couldn't just stay for me, right? That money in my world, that wasn't a reality. And so that was something I had to heal. I also had to heal because something that I heard at home a lot, and maybe you can relate to this too, is money didn't grow on trees. That money was for the lucky ones, right? Just a couple of those sayings that I know is common in a lot of households, that there just wasn't enough to go around, right? That we couldn't just buy things because we weren't those lucky ones. That money would make me less me. That was another big story, another really big hurdle, fear, belief, truth, story that I had to heal, I had to work through, that money wasn't going to change me, that I was still going to be exactly who I was, but be able to impact even more people and even in even bigger ways because I was abundant, because I was wealthy, because I made a lot of money. And I think for a period of time, especially when you start to grow your business and you step into entrepreneurship and you see people fall away and you see the friends that you had distance themselves from you, or maybe the relationships fizzle out because you just grow in different paths, or you get trolls on your Facebook or on your Instagram or on your posts or whatever it is. And these people will come and kind of knock you down for being successful, right? Which we all know are mirrors of their own insecurities. It's mirrors of the things that they wish that they were doing and they see in you. But when you're experiencing it for the first time, you start to take on these beliefs that that the more money that you make, the more people are going to walk away, the less you that you are. And on such a subconscious level, why would I want to make more money if it meant losing the people I loved? Why would I want to make more money if I thought that it would make me less of who I was? Of course, on a subconscious level, I would self-sabotage. Of course, on a subconscious level, I would do things to sabotage my success, sabotage everything that I was working on, sabotage experiences. Maybe it was that I got sick. Maybe it was that I had a bad day, or I had a fight with my boyfriend, or whatever the case is. I would take any excuse and use that as a reason in which I couldn't show up and do the thing that I said that I was going to do. So if on a subconscious level, money is, say, the root of all evil, we are going to distance ourselves from it. We're going to have an internal resistance to saving it, to making it, to earning it. If we think money is scary, right, that it comes and it goes, if we think that people are just going to use us for the money that we make, and we're not going to be able to truly feel or figure out who is there for us versus, who's just there for the money, we're going to distance ourselves from it. And maybe that is something that you've experienced yourself, is that you have had people ask you for loans. You've had people just want to be around you because you've paid for all of the drinks, or you've paid for all of the lunches, or maybe you always have different things at your house. And for that reason, people are kind of always around you. And especially as a woman, we wear selflessness as a badge of honor. And I think this is one of the most difficult things that I think it almost just like hurts my heart more than anything when I hear network marketers and I hear women in business say this when they're in the start. And this is very common in network marketing. And I get it. I get it on a soul level because I've walked these shoes, and I was somebody who said the same thing. I was someone who said the same thing, right? I don't care about the money. I just want to help people. Raise your hand virtually right now, or in your car, wherever it is that you are, if you've ever said this before. I was raising my hand with you. I get it, right? I get that you just want to help people. I get it. You just want to be of service. But the problem here is that you're taking selflessness and wearing it as this badge and saying, I don't want money. I'm not worthy of money. I don't need to make money. I just want to help people. But at the end of the day, you're doing such a disservice to you when you're standing in this truth, when you're standing in this story. All this does is lead to you feeling undervalued. It leads to you being stretched way too thin. It leads to you being burnt out. Because at the end of the day, what's happening is you're giving all of your energy, you're giving your knowledge, you're giving your time, you're giving your expertise, right? That especially time and not charging for it, right? You're giving your time away, and your time is probably your most valuable asset, right? Because if you don't get time back, that is time that you could be spending with your spouse, time you could be spending with your family, time that you could be spending traveling or experiencing things or working on yourself or doing all these other things in your life. Instead, you're giving it away for free. And the problem is that a lot of those people probably aren't valuing it because they're getting it for free. So now at a certain point, you're getting frustrated, right? You're like, I can't pay my bills. I can't put food on the table. I feel like a failure, right? You're burnt out. You're exhausted. You have no content to post. You don't even know what to share. You're over it. Is in that moment helping people enough, right? Are you really helping people when you're not being taken care of? Are you really helping people when you aren't able to feel connected? You don't have content that you can post, when your relationship is struggling, when your kids haven't seen you, when you don't know the last time you've taken a break or washed your hair? Are you really serving anybody? Is that what more women want in their life? More burnout? Is that what the women who are coming to, do they want to take on that energy? Is that what they want? Because I can probably guarantee you that it's not. And in that moment, you need to care about money. You need to care about it a little bit, because it's not just about helping people. Yes, you're helping people. That's amazing. But you're going to help people so much stronger when there's a transaction involved. Having that transaction in business changed the game for everything for me, honestly. I used to give away, just like you, I used to give away a lot of my time. I used to give away a lot of my knowledge, my energy, my services, everything. I gave everything away for free for a long, long, long time. I would charge maybe a base rate for like a product, and then I would help them indefinitely forever. Now, yeah, I get the intention initially with this. However, I was burnt out. I was so burnt out. I was undervalued. I was spending so much time in my inbox. I was pushing date nights. I was living on my phone while we were in front of the TV trying to eat dinner, and I was leaving family events early, or I was sitting on my phone the whole time, and I never truly shut down. I never honored myself. And in these spaces, I wasn't being of service to anybody. I wasn't helping anybody. And I don't think that even the people that were coming to me were receiving a whole lot of help, because they weren't valuing the information in which they were receiving. It was in one ear and out the other. And so that was a huge heartbreak for me, who's taking the time, taking the energy, and giving this away, and then feeling undervalued, right? Not feeling appreciated. And then also for them, because now they're not doing the work. So when I created a transaction and I started to recognize that my time was worth something, my clients and my customers' results escalated immensely. Everything shifted for them, but everything shifted for me. I started to realize, wow, I actually can make money for things that I'm giving away for free. I actually am worthy. My time is worthy. My knowledge is worthy. All of the work that I'm doing on myself, it is worth it. I didn't have to struggle, but I was wearing struggle as a badge. I was wearing selflessness as a badge, acting as if that was enough. And it's not. You can be selfless and abundant. You can be selfless and also wealthy. You can be a really great person, but also feel taken care of. There's another belief that I hear a lot of the time from, again, just women, my clients, women that are coming to me, is that I have to have it all in place first, right? It's that belief that you're not ready, that you're not credible enough, that you're not good enough, that you have to wait again to arrive. You have to wait again for someone to tell you that you're ready, that your work is worth it. And again, that this is not something that someone else can give you. Stepping into space of wealth, stepping into space of abundance means that that's permission you have to give yourself. You are the one that has to tell you're ready. It doesn't matter what you have hanging on your wall, because you could go through a whole course, a certification, university, and still feel at the end of it like you're not ready. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you have in place. It doesn't matter if you have all the branding. It doesn't matter if you have all of the offers and it being a perfectly, curated package that's put together and beautiful. It doesn't matter. What matters is that you start, right? You have to start, so then you can do. And when you do, you build confidence. And when you do, you build progression, and progression equals confidence too. So when you're getting progression, you're seeing confidence, you're starting to see that you can do this thing, right? You can do the damn thing. And that is number one. That is what's most important. That's going to show you that you're good enough. That's going to show you that you're worthy, right? That you don't need to wait to arrive, that you've already arrived, that you're already here, that it's already for you. So undercharging because you think your customers won't pay what you're worth is also never going to serve you, right? Undercharging, maybe you're in network marketing and somebody's purchased a product from you and you've never charged them anything ever again, and you're still answering countless of messages in your inbox all the time. They're sending you 20 minutes of voice messages. They are messaging every single day, picking your brain, wanting answers, wanting support, wanting guidance, maybe not even saying thank you at the end, maybe pushing the blame of their results onto you. And you're thinking, well, how could I can't get them to buy more. I can't stop helping them because they signed up with me and it's my responsibility to help them. But here's the thing, right? Here's the thing is that you made one payment and now they don't have any more skin in the game. They don't have anything there keeping them committed. So they'll take your advice, they'll walk away, and they don't follow through on it. And then it becomes your problem at the end of the day, right? You're more invested than they are. And that's a problem. That's a problem because now they're getting something out of you, but you're not receiving it fully. And this circle of abundance, this cycle of receiving gets broken, right? There is an actual cycle to receive. And if you break that, right, and you get out of alignment and you're not giving or receiving an equal exchange of energy, then both of you lose. Beliefs are assumptions that we have made about our reality, and we look for evidence to support this belief. So we're going to look for things in our outside world to confirm whatever it is that we believe is true. If we believe that we have to work really hard for our money, we're going to find evidence to support that, right? We're going to find a way to live in that truth. If we believe that people are not going to pay our worth, we're going to continue to find ways to support that belief. It doesn't matter what it is that you believe is true. Whatever it is, you're going to find evidence from the outside sources, from the outside world, from situations, from mistakes, from lessons, from abundance, like from everything. You're going to find reasons to confirm what it is that you believe is true. So you need to start right now, right here, changing what it is that you do believe is true. The truth is that abundance is our natural state. Abundance is something that is totally natural. It's totally something that is our birthright. It's not something that anybody should have to fight for. Abundance is for every single one of us. And when you can step into that truth and you can start to own that as yours, that's a big shifter in your life and in your business. So when you become an open channel to receive, you are ultimately going to be a much better service to the world. You're going to pay your bills easier. You're going to honor your health. You're going to buy the organic good food. You're going to have much less stress in your family, right? You're not fighting over bills. You're not having resistance, having to talk about bills or who's grabbing groceries or how you're going to get by or how rent's going to get paid at the end of the month with your spouse. You're going to be able to experience more, right? You're going to be able to go and have that day date with your child. You're going to be able to go on that vacation. You're going to be able to go treat yourself for a spa day. You're going to be able to get the massage. You're going to be able to be more taken care of, to experience more, to grow more, to invest in your business, to hire the coach, to, buy the course, to buy the equipment. You're going to be able to give more, right? You're going to be able to give to charities. You're going to be able to give to the people that you love, to your family. You're going, and this is the most important one of all. This is the most important one of all, is you are going to give permission to other women. Oh my goodness. This is so powerful. When you allow yourself to receive, when you allow yourself to be abundant, you are giving permission to other women to do the same, whether that is your customers, that is your clients, it is women on your social media, it's women that you walk around and you impact in person. It doesn't matter. But when you are able to be an open channel to receive, when you allow yourself to receive wealth and abundance and to live in this natural state and to receive it in and to feel worthy of it, you naturally give permission to other women. And I don't think that there is a more powerful outcome that you can receive from being an open channel. If any of these subconscious beliefs are lingering, if you're struggling to receive and to feel worthy of love and pleasure, you're also going to struggle to make the money that you crave. So number one, I'm going to give you some tips here. I'm going to give you some tips because we all love some tips. So the first thing that is so incredibly important that you do is that you step into gratitude for all that you have. And I know I mentioned this earlier, but this was the game changer for me, was being able to look at all of the things that I had in my life. Especially, I still do this on all the days that are hard, on all the days that are difficult, on all the days I feel like I missed the mark or things are crumbling around me. I make a massive, massive list in my journal of all of the things I'm so grateful for. And I look at it and I say, oh my gosh, like, how can I be so focused on the things that I don't have when I'm looking at this and I see all the things that I do have? Like, I feel so incredibly grateful for everything that I do have. And in that moment, I step into a space of abundance again. I step into a space where I can receive. I step into a space where, it's just the most beautiful space. Everything shifts and changes. The second thing that I want you to do is to step into why you are worthy to receive, right? Why are you... This is very unfiltered. It started to storm and it is raining. So you might hear this in the background, but that is okay. So you need to step into why you're worthy to receive. Why is for you, why are you worthy to receive money? This question, this exercise, when I tell my clients or I tell my tribe to give me 50 reasons and why they are worthy to receive, it is one of the hardest tasks for them to do. And that is a perfect indication of why they're not receiving. So take it on yourself. Step into why you're worthy to receive. Make a list of 50 reasons. Challenge yourself. See why you, as who you are right now in this moment, are worthy of having everything that you desire. The third one is you need to decide that it's already yours. Now, this tip is so incredibly important because again, we wait to arrive, right? We wait. Oh my gosh, that's a tongue twister. We wait to arrive, right? Yes. So we wait until, again, somebody has told us, okay, you hit the rank, or you've done the things, or now you're successful. We wait to walk across the stage. We wait for validation from our spouse or family, and then we say, okay, now it's mine. Now I'm worthy to receive. Now I'm successful. How can we attract that in if we're always waiting? In order for you to have everything you want, in order for you to attract it in, you have to decide that it's already yours, that the clients are on their way, even if you can't see them, that the money is on its way, even if you can't see it. We get so caught up in what we can see or can't see in the present, right? You can't physically see the clients in your inbox. We can't physically see the money in our bank account. We can't physically see our dream car in our driveway, so therefore we don't have it, right? It's not ours. But that's not true. That's not true. That's where you need to start to change the verbiage, change the story, and trust and surrender and believe with all of you that it's already yours. That if you can't see it, it's okay, because it's on the way. It's on the way. You might not be able to see that one client right now, or that future customer who is watching your posts and binge watching all your videos and talking to her spouse and sitting behind the scenes, writing and journaling on why she deserves this next step, why she should hire you, why should she buy your product, why she needs to take this leap for herself. You can't see it, right? You can't see it. But that doesn't mean it's not coming. It doesn't mean she's not doing it. But we get so caught up in what we can see and what we can't see that we tell ourselves that we're not successful. We tell ourselves that we haven't arrived, that we're not there yet. But I can promise you that when you let go of the how, you let go of the who, and you just trust the what, you trust the end goal, you trust where it is that you're going, you trust what it is that you're creating, and you let go of who it is that's going to purchase from you, you let go of the clients on the way, you let go of how it's all going to manifest into your life, you let go of it and you just surrender and trust to it. That's when it becomes yours. You become an open channel to receive it. But we get so locked in on the how. We get so locked in on how it's going to come to us, in what way, in what form, who it's going to be, that we totally block ourselves off. We become lack, we become desperation. We follow up a million times with somebody and we get closed off to receiving who it could be, right? The right person who it's meant to be. So you have to decide that it is already yours. You have to decide that everything that you desire, there's no question. There's no question. You don't have to fight for it, right? Because you don't have to fight for anything that is meant for you. Never. And the fourth one here is that I want you to take it to your journal to write these beliefs again. I want you to take it to your journal, rewrite these beliefs, rewrite these new truths. So what new possibilities could open up for you? What do you believe to be true about money? What beliefs are you open and willing to change? And what actions are you willing to take? Sit with your journal, open it up, write it down, pour it all out, get your crystals around, Palo Santo your room, your area, your home, and throw on some essential oils, get yourself in a really high vibe space, and become an open channel to receive. If you journal on these, I promise you that there are going to be things on your heart and things that you didn't even know were existing within you that are just going to come out. And something beautiful happens when we just put the pen to paper and we let it come out. We can see it for what it is, and when we can see it for what it is, we can choose again. I have clients sometimes who will ask me, can I just like type it into my phone? Can I just, and I'm like, yeah, I mean, yeah, you do you, girl. But my honest opinion to them is always to take it to your notebook, take it to a journal, put pen to paper, because when you can put it in your phone, you can backspace. You second guess it, you think about it, and distractions come up, and you do not get to the core of your heart center. But when you just put pen to paper, something happens, and things come out that you didn't even know were in you. Things come out that you didn't even know that you needed to say, and you sit there and you look at what you wrote, and it surprises the hell out of you, because there were a lot of things that were existing and you never fully admitted to yourself. So take it to your journal, open up, start to decide that it's yours, start to be insanely grateful for all that you already have, and start to choose again, create a new story, look at it in the eyes, look at it for what it is, and then choose again. Whatever story it is that you have been living in however you have been closing off your channel to receive abundance, know that you can step into it today. Know that it's already yours. Know that you don't have to fight for it, but you have to become open to it. You have to assess it. You can't just affirm it into belief or affirm it into life. Oh, did you hear that thunder? Oh my gosh, I can't wait to watch that back and see if you could hear that thunder on this recording. But you can't wait. You're never going to arrive if you wait. So know that it's already yours. Thank you so much for listening to this episode, for downloading this episode. I really hope that there was something in here that hit your heart, and you know that I'm walking with you in this journey, and you can see that I've been there, and I want to help you. I want to help you receive abundance and receive wealth in your bank account and in your life. I would love if you would come and continue the conversation with me in the Bossy Babe Club on Facebook. If you're not already a part of it, please find us on Facebook, request to join, answer the few questions that are on there, and we will be welcoming you in. And make sure to go to the show notes to find out how to download your free workbook that will go along with this series. And last but not least, don't forget to rate and review. It means, oh my gosh, this is going to mean the world to me. And it will truly help me to spread this message. It will help me to bring more abundance, more wealth into the life and businesses of other female entrepreneurs. And it'll help me to bring you really amazing guests. So again, thank you so much. And I am wishing you nothing but love, abundance, joy, pleasure, and everything just good in your life. So thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next episode.